Okay, we're back again. It's really cold here today, so my hands are freezing, so these gloves might help today. Excuse me. I'm just getting my gloves on and my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Being black, it tends to make it a little bit more difficult. Okay, now I've drawn up the next one, so I don't know if you can see it. There it is. So the next one looks complicated, doesn't it? But it's really not. So the first thing we're going to do is just stitch the first few lines. So the first lines we're going to stitch are these center ones. It's like a cross. So we'll start in the center. I'll just get my pencil out of the way. Foot down, needle down. And the first thing I'm going to do is do a line up here and then a line back and make a like a cross. Okay, so it doesn't have to be majorly straight or even. Get back to the center and I'm going up here to as far as I can go, and then I come across like that, and then straight across the other way. And depending on how long I make that cross as to how big my flower is going to be. So I hope you can see that there. Just move it around. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is come to this one here. And I'm going to come out on one side up to that point and then back down the other. And then I'm going to keep going around until I get it to the size I want. And I can do it 3 or 4 times. It doesn't really matter. Just depends on how big and fat you want it to be. So come up, and then down, up, around, down. And we're going to do something like this in our 2 o'clock class, or 2:30 I should say, with Craft Alive and the Great Australian Craft Show. So I reckon that looks wide enough for now. Okay, so can you see that there? So I've done the first one. Now you'll notice my fabric's starting to bubble a bit. That's because I've only got wadding behind it and not enough stabilizer. If you're wanting, because it's quite heavy stitching, if you're wanting it to be a bit flatter, you can use a bag batting or buckram or, you know, something a little bit heavier. But for this demo, this is perfectly fine. Then I'm going to go to the next one. Go up there, come down. Now, with this one, it actually goes behind this flower here. So I'm just going to move that camera up a fraction. There we go. It's going to go behind this flower. So I'm going to actually come up, travel along and come down and then up again, and then I'll travel along that flower or get down to there again if I can, and then do the other side. All right, it doesn't have to be as many as this side, it's just as long as it looks similar. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because it's behind the other flower, and I can go up here, it's behind that one there, travel up there, and then I can travel down here. And if you're doing one of these at home, you can do the tone on tone, so you'll have your black fabric and your black thread, and you won't notice any of those little travel lines. Okay, they'll just blend right in. So I'm going to my next one. So I've done 1, 2, up to number 3. Go up to here, down, up again, down, and I'm meeting at the top there. I'm coming right into that top, making a little point, and I'm going to come up one more time. Up, there we go, and back down to the center. Now I'm going to turn it again for you so you can see, and I'm going to do this one. All right, you ready? Actually looks really pretty. This thread is called Mirage. It's a 30 weight thread, variegated, and it's from Wonderful, and I do supply it here. They are beautiful threads. I didn't think that it would be so nice to sew with, and I'm really loving the results it's giving me today. today. Okay, so I've done the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next thing, I want to do the crosshairs of it. So I want to go a crossways. So first things first is I'm going to create, and I'm just going to remove a couple of pins because they're getting caught on me. Go to do this way and that way. All right, so I'm going to create my straight line up there, come back down and go opposite it, and back down to the center, and pause there. I can turn my fabric if I like. It's a nice small piece, so it makes it nice and easy. And then I'm going to go across here, back over, and back to the center. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did with these first ones, and I'm going to do my little echoes around. Okay, so I'm going to take more pins out because they are catching me on my jumper, and I'm going to come up to there and down, up to there and down the other side, coming into the center each time, coming up to the point, and I'm going to keep coming in, and come out a little bit fatter, and that'll do. Then I'm going to come into this one, and again it's hidden behind the other flowers, so we're going to need to just utilize our space, and I'm going to come up here, down across, up. I'm going to follow over this side and do the same on this side. I'll even go one more there, across here and back down, just to fill up that area nicely. Move it around so you can see what I've done. I hope you can all see it. I haven't got my comments on, sorry. What have I got? I've got hi Rado, Jackson, Dawn, Margaret. How are you guys? Looks like someone's just arrived here, so hopefully they're not too noisy. So the next one, up again and down. Lovely, lovely, lovely thread. And look, $10.30 is pretty good for a lovely variegated thread. I was selling some signature ones the other day at $14.25, so this one's quite nice. Alright, next one, I'm going to just move back into the centre. That's Dottie, she's arrived, done all my postage for me. So I'm just going to check messages, it looks good. So I'm going to go up here, the last one on this, these are the bigger ones, and up. And at the moment, just as it is, it looks lovely. So we're going to make it a little bit more prettier. How beautiful is that, Dottie? Yeah, isn't that lovely? You want to do it? You can do this, easy peasy. So nothing exciting, there's no swirls, it's all just little straight lines. So now we're going to come in, doesn't it look beautiful? Especially in the variegated thread. That's the Mirage, that's this one. Okay? Very nice, that's Mirage. All right, so next one we're going to do is we're going to do in between. Now, the same theory applies, and we're going to do our little straight line up here in between each of these petals. I'm going to start one at a time, go up here, and remember as how long that first one is how long that petal's going to be, and a little bit more. All right, so just come up and work it down, back up around, come up, and then back up, back down. I might just do one more. They're very close together. Then come back down and travel up to my next one. So no cutting off yet. It's been lovely. So this whole flower gets done in one foul swoop. And I've had, now I say this with tongue-in-cheek, but I've had no shredding of thread yet. And I'm doing a lot of stitching over the top. So I'm going to go back going to reposition my fabric so I can see what I'm doing, because it's always good to be able to see what you're doing. And I'm going to come up in between these ones. First one, straight up and back down, and of course this one's behind those flowers again, so we're just going to utilise our space a little bit of backtracking, maybe fill in an area if you need to, and that's your one in between. And to be honest with you, I don't think I can get in there and do those two in there, because if I show you around this side, it looks like it's pretty chockers. So I'm going to move straight over to this one over here and go up to the centre, back down, nice soft movements, nothing jerky, just smooth, and down to there, travel along that seam. Well, it's not a seam, it's a thread line. And one more. Come back down to the centre, and we go to the next one. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it? So then we go to the next petal in between, to the in-betweener, up through there, back down, and you know, you can make this as big and as flowery and as fluffy as you want. It all depends on how many times you go in between these petals, because I can go in between these ones as well and create smaller ones again, but I think with what we've got here, I think this is just going to be delightful. So yeah, it does look a little bit like fireworks I should say. Up and down the first one, and I think the variegated thread has really made it pop. Okay, so come up and back down there a little, hoping a little variegation comes in, I'm just filling in, hoping, there we go, variegation coming in, and come back down. I'm going to turn it off there and show you what I've just done. And you are quite capable of doing that, baby. Oh, there you go. At home. It's all just straight lines. I'm just following the same line over and over again. If you start doing, you can do larger ones and small ones, but I think that looks awesome. And you can have some behind others. So remember, we start with a cross and then we work our way out. So did you want to see that one again? Do you want me to show you that one again, guys? No, we're fine a minute. Can I get you to price those for me, 45 each? I'm just waiting for comments to come. I can show you that one again if you like. I can do a smaller one. So needle down, start in the centre, create my cross, and across there, and across there, and that's my first one. That's your first point. Okay, so it's making that cross. Then we go and do the petals. So this is a smaller one, so it'll be a bit tighter. So come back out, up, down, out, to that point, back down. I'm going to then come to the opposite one, come back out. And it doesn't matter if some of the gaps are a bit wider than others. It's nice to keep them even. But look, you know what, a blind man would love to see it. And I think that you should be happy with being okay. You're just so clever and loving the video. Good. Margaret Johnson would like, yes please. So we'll do another one up here and up again, and up again, and then go across to the other one. Excuse me, other one. Go up again. Stop there. Then we've got the ones in between. So let's do the ones in between. They're smaller again than the other one. Come out, 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 out. I just fill in that little line there. that's okay. It's no big deal. That one's a bit wider. I don't stress about little things. It's only the big things. Actually, I stress more about money and bills than I stress about any of this stuff. And I'm sure you're all the same. Okay? So then we get to the centre. And we're going to do little ones in between. I'm actually going to make this blue one here a little bit wider. There we go. And then I'm going to come up in between and do these little ones. And they're really tiny little things. There's no major stitching going on. I've done it up about 3 times. Up, back, and up again. Up, back, up again. Up, back, up, and down. Just to create the illusion of the fluffiness of the flower. So go up, back, up again. I could probably make this one here a little bit fatter. Go up, back, up again. Maybe a little bit more. And stop. And there's another little small one. You just videos. Yeah, thank you. All right, so how cool is that little fella? It's another good way to make dragonfly wings or something like that. You can, oops a days, I've just got to pull that bit of fluffy bit through. So if you want to do some dragon wings or something, you can utilize it in that. So if I say I want to do the wings of a dragon over here, so needle down, bury my thread, and dragon wings. So the outside one, the inside one, go the outside. And you come in, back out again. Let's do it a couple of times until you fill it up. A bit like that leaf I did before. And then you've got the other side. Out centre. Do the outside one first. Oh, I've run out of bobbin. And I just shredded my thread. So I'll just do that while we're talking. Thought I had plenty in there. I wasn't that prepared, was I? So you can draw it first if you really feel that you need to draw it first. But it just shows you that just having a simple shape of a cross can really create the feature. Just rethread. My apologies. And I'll just grab another bobbin. I'm sure I've got one already put around. If not, I'll do one quickly. There it is. That'll do the job for now. Get us through what we're doing. Alright, let's try again. Just trim that little fluffy bit off. We don't want that there. And take that off. Move that out of the way. And needle down. And cut off. Looking at the comments, make sure I haven't missed any. And just a bit of a lump there, but that's alright. That'll just blend in. Alright, so let's go down this one. Up this one. And this one. That one. Down that one. This one. There, and then you can do another smaller one because they tend to have a large one and a small one. So they have a small one here, go out and down, out, down. Butterflies are another thing you could do with this technique. It makes it nice and simple but very colourful. So then I'm going to come out this way with my straight line first, back down, come out of fraction, and the next side, back up, keep doing repeat, and then back. And if you think that one looks bigger than that, then you can always put another row around this one. And create that. Now you need the body. So the body is pretty much like a long circle-y thing. So we're going to go one way, second, going to go make a wavy line, come to the end, and we're going to loop it back the opposite way and create a nice loopy body. And then echo around the outside till you get to the end and back up the other side. Then you can go inside the center again. Back up through the center until you get to the top. That's going to be his body. He's a little bit fat, but that's okay. Then we're going to do the head. So the head is just going to be a circle, then into a swirl, and then we're going to come back out very tight. We're going to then come all the way out to the other end to complete the circle on the outside. So to do that again, I'll draw it. All right, you ready? So to draw that, I've started, oops a daisy, I think my pencil's running low. I will get a new lead. No, it just needs to come in. The lead's fine. Go, that's better. So start from the base of the where the wings are. We're going to come out, do the circle in tight, and then come back out. And as I come back out, I'm going all the way around again to the other side and finishing it off. Okay, then we need little legs, don't we? He has little legs. So you can go up and back, just like that. Go up and back, just like that. Or you can give him little footsies, little, you know how they have those little glory things on there. Back up, give him these little glory bits. Alright, and they have other legs. So we're going to give him another one down here. We're just going to put little glory bits on there, little zigzag. And then one down here, that gives him 4. And I'm sure they have 6. So we're going to give him 2 more up the top. We're going to go bang, bang, with a little bit of a zigzag. I don't know if you can see that because the fabric's a bit skewy. I'm going to go up there, give him that foot, a little bit of a zigzag, back down. We'll go back over that other one, it's a bit dark. Back up, zigzag. And then we'll go back one more time, and maybe another time around his little head. And I reckon a bit of an up and down motion over the top of where those wings join, and stop. And then we have a dragonfly. He might not be the most handsome, but he's pretty. All right, so that is another way to use that technique. Okay, so hopefully I see you at the next one. The next one is going to be at 2:30 with Craft Alive. I look forward to seeing you then, and we can do a little bit of Zen with our pre-drawn out design. See you then, guys. Bye.